parsley, and I got some garlic cloves. So I'm gonna start getting them sliced down, diced down, however you want to call it. Some people go super thin. I'm not a professional cutter. I like to keep them not too thin because they'll get nice and tender with the butter and the shrimp and everything, and I kind of like some tender garlic. That's what I go for. So let me get these sliced down as thin as I can. I just got a couple cloves. You know, I'm not really a measure type of guy. I'll get there one day, I don't know when, but I'm not a measure. I just go off of instinct and eyeing things. You know, cooking over time, that's how I do. So we just gonna get them sliced down, just real quick, nothing fancy. Nothing too fancy. Like I say, I learned that chef chop later. Learn how to do that chef chop. So this is my garlic. Got my garlic. Move that to the side. Oh, one more. Missed this little guy. Get that chopped up too. I'm gonna rinse my knife. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back for the parsley. Let's see how they do the parsley. I just want to get like a fine chop because I'm going to sprinkle it right at the end. So we got a fine chop on our parsley. Move that to the side. And we'll be right back. That's where you're supposed to stop. Ingredients, we have jumbo white shrimp, peeled. We have our parsley, diced up fine. We have some garlic diced up, butter, lemon juice I squeezed earlier from some lemons I had, very healthy lemons. Red crushed peppers. I keep some from Pizza Hut. I use them for a variety of things. Extra virgin olive oil. And my HEB did not have any cooking white wine, so I went with Pinto Grig. I also pulled me up a glass. You can never go wrong with some Pinto Grig, especially when it comes to seafood. And I have my angel hair pasta. I got my extra virgin olive oil heating up in the pan. I got my water on board for my angel hair pasta. I got my salt, my black pepper, and I'm gonna take a sip of this Pinto Grig. Let's get it going. So what we're gonna do is get those shrimp cooking. I have to grab some tongs. We're going to hit those with a little bit of salt, and a little bit of black pepper. A little bit black pepper action, that's what we got going on right now. So I'm thinking about 30-40 seconds each side for right now. Get those going. I don't know if you want to get a little zoom in action on this. But let those do their thing. So this right here is going to get that shrimp flavor in our oil as well as in our pan. Because I'm going to take them out, put them to the side, and then I'm going to get my sauce going on in here as well. So like I say, maybe 40-60, we'll see. They're jumbo shrimp, depending on the size of your shrimp, it's going to determine how long it takes them. Because we don't want them to fully cook, because we're going to throw them back in with the sauce to finish the cooking. And you also don't want to overcook your shrimp ever, because you know when it comes to lobster and shrimp, if you overcook it, it's going to get that rubber feel, and we don't fuck with that rubber at all. We don't fuck with that. It smells good, I ain't gonna lie. I had this one has a little bit of shell on them. Just grab that out, that shell. Some people make it with the shell, like older traditional Italian. They leave the shell on because it keeps that flavor. But when I eat, I don't mess around, so I don't want to be pulling no shells off. I'm just trying to throw it in my mouth and chew. And it smells real good. I had a wisdom tooth pulled out a couple of days ago, and I've been on soups and yogurts, so I'm dying to eat some real food. So it's doing its thing. It's happening right now. It's happening. While it does that, I'm gonna take me another sip of my Pinot. Alright, so I say I'm gonna go ahead and take them out. Get them over here in my bowl, skillfully. Usually I wouldn't use my tongs for this because I don't want to mess up my non-stick, but you know, I haven't been in the kitchen in a couple of days due to this wisdom tooth. I don't want to cook nothing because I'm not going to be able to enjoy it. So, get these over here. So now we're going to get the sauce going. So when it comes to the sauce, we got the extra virgin olive oil still. Now we got our shrimp flavor in it. Now we're going to add some butter, which y'all are going to come to learn on Eyes Put It Down, is that Eyes don't do teaspoons, tablespoons, and all that nonsense and measurements. Eyes just throws the butter in the pan. So that's what I got going on right now. So I got my butter going. What I'm going to do as well is throw my garlic in. Some people do it to where they throw the garlic in with the extra virgin olive oil, which is good too. But usually I would do that at the beginning before your oil gets to cooking. That way it soaks up the flavor from the garlic. So I'm going to do it with the butter instead. So I'm going to bring it up with the butter instead so we get that nice flavor. And I say my heat is a little above medium, but I don't want it to be too high. So we letting that magic happen right now. So we got that magic going. I add a little bit more butter because, like I said, I fuck with the butter. That's just what I do. And I'm actually gonna save some of this butter because I'm gonna make some French bread. I fucks with French bread, so I'm gonna leave some of that. So we're gonna let those flavors infuse. Right. So as this is doing this thug easy, once I feel like my garlic is tender enough for my taste, I'm gonna go ahead and add my white wine first, my Pinto Grig. So I'm gonna let this do its thing. So our garlic and our butter infused very well. I can smell it real good. My water's coming up to a boil. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and add some of our white wine. Like I said, my HEB didn't have cooking wine, so I'm just going with some Pinto Grig. Try to go with like a drier wine. So I'm gonna bring that up to a little boil. Like I say, when I put it down, we don't do measurements and all that. So we're gonna bring that up and we're gonna stir it up while we're waiting for it to reduce a little bit before adding our shrimp, our lemon juice, and making it happen. Making it happen. hell? So yeah. But in the meantime, I'm taking another sip of my Pinto Grid. So this is my first video. Hopefully many more to come. I'm thinking my next video is gonna be breakfast style. We'll probably do biscuits and gravy from scratch. And biscuits and gravy is one of my favorites. I love eating some biscuits and gravy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it going from scratch. Usually I get some biscuits from the store and some instant gravy, but I'm gonna make it happen from scratch. Just like our little shrimp scampi we got going on. So yeah, we got this doing this stuff easy right now. Waiting for it just to thicken up a little bit, you know. And cooking for me is always therapeutic. Prepping the food, cooking the food is very therapeutic. Not to mention I'm fat as fuck. I love to eat. And not only do I love to eat, I love to cook for other people and for them to enjoy good food. Because I enjoy good food. I love it. That's my shit when I eat. You hear me? So I'm going to go ahead and add my lemon juice. Like I said, we squeezed this fresh. We had some healthy lemons and we got a lot of juice out of those. So I'm going to go ahead and add that right now. Like I said, we don't do measurements around here, so I don't have a measurement. We had some healthy lemons. I think we went with 2.5. 2.5 on that. Maybe in the future I'll get with the measurements, you know what I'm saying? But until then, I'm on my own time and I'm moving how I want to move when it comes to this cooking, because no matter what they're going to say, their taste buds ain't going to lie. You hear me? We're getting that going. We stir this up just a little bit more. Now while this is doing this thing, I'm going to go ahead and grab my egg back pasta because my water is ready. It's on the boil. See if we can get this open. I'm going to grab a couple of these and bust them down. See if I can get some out. Some people don't bust down their pasta, but for me, I like to bust down my pasta. I don't like extremely long pasta, so I always bust it down. That's just me. You can do whatever you want to do, but I bust mine down. That's what I do. So, you got an angel hair pasta going now. Like I said, I busted down my noodles. That's what I do. Some people don't bust down their noodles. I bust mine down. So, we got our pasta going. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this pasta. Just a little bit. And I'm going to grab me a fork. Because we most definitely do not want our pasta sticking together. Definitely don't want that. Now, when it comes to the pasta, some people like it al dente, some people don't. You know, cook it to your preferred texture. Some people like a little crunch with it. But it's your preferred texture. Nobody can tell you how to prep your food. They can just give you the ingredients and the recipe. So now, we're going to go ahead and add our shrimp back to our sauce that we had going on. Boom. Slide that right in there. See how we do that. So now we got our shrimp back in. We'll let that cook a little bit. I'm going to take the time to go ahead and add my favorite part, red crushed pepper flakes. Like I said, we don't do teaspoons, we don't do tablespoons. You put as much as you like. When you get in the kitchen and you start cooking enough, you just going to have the thumb for it. You're going to know what you want, you're going to know what it is, and you're going to know how you like it. So, let me get back to my pasta. So, what I'm going to do, stir this one time real quick. And while everything coming together, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take another sip of my pinto bread, and I'm gonna let it do what it do. I'm gonna let it do what it do. That's what I do. I let it do what it do. Yes, sir. And I'm sorry to say, but I'm fat, so I'm gonna add me a little bit more butter to this. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? I'm healthy. I go jogging from time to time, and I do my push-ups, so I'm adding as much butter as I want. That's what I'm gonna do. Y'all can do whatever y'all want. You feel? So let all those flavors come together up in there. Let that do its thug easy. Take another sip of my pinto bread as I stir this pasta. All right. So I'm gonna let this do its thing. Get ready to cut it off, and then when we come back, we're gonna show you some French bread. We got our shrimp and our sauce where we need it. Pasta is done. Right now we're about to get some French bread going on. You know what I'm saying? I got my French bread. I love French bread. It's light, it's fluffy, and you can toast the outside. So you got that nice toasted outside with that light, fluffy inside. It is the Bombay. I'm messing around. So like I said, we got the rest of our butter from earlier. I keep my heat on high. I don't fuck around. I always start my heat on high, and we adjust it as needed. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I do. You can do whatever you want in your kitchen. So right now we in mine because I put it down. You know what I'm saying? So we got that going on. I can actually get on my little bin. I'm turn my little bin on. My little bin glass. So I'm gonna get butter on both sides of my French bread. You know, y'all wanna come in and peep this out. Butter on both sides, and then we're gonna get it to going. Now, because ours keeps it on high, I'm gonna have to monitor it and make sure I'm checking on it because we don't want it to burn, but we want that nice crisp. That's what we want. I fucks with it, man. So we don't let it do what it do. We don't let it do what it do. Now, while it does that, I'm gonna have another sip of my pinto, and I'm about on my third glass because that's just what I do. So yeah, man, you know, like I say, my wisdom tooth is out. I chose this dish because I really wanted to do this video, and I know when it comes to the pasta, I can kind of keep it on one side and kind of swallow it but still get those flavors. But once I heal up completely, I'm back to being a monster. I'm slamming. We gonna get it going. We're gonna go from Italian to Spanish food. We gonna rock. We gonna rock and roll. We're gonna do some barbecue. We're gonna get down. Everything in between. We might even do some chitlins, but we'll see. That's deep down the rabbit hole. So we're getting our bread nice and toasted. Like I say, you can get as toasted as you want. Me, I'm gonna go ahead and flip these because I like the coloration I got going. Yeah, we're making that happen. Yeah, making it happen. I don't know about you, but I'm hungry and thirsty. So while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna go grab me a plate because I have one piece of French bread left that I need to get going, and then after that, we on plating. Right, so we good. Things ready. We're gonna go ahead and get to plating this. So we're gonna take our noodles, our angel hair, let that fall. I'm gonna get that going right there. Yup. I'm fat, so I need me a good amount. I ain't gonna lie. I already told y'all. I know what time it is. We got our French bread. Usually with this, I'll make a side salad. But while I was at the store, I got distracted doing something else. So I totally forgot to get my my lettuce for my salad. But it's cool because we got many videos that we can do salads with. We got many recipes where a salad could be the side. So it's all good. And there you have it. You got your shrimp scampi. Like I say, you could put a salad on the side, do whatever you want, get it however you like. But that's how we do, because I puts it down.